Good morning. Okay, it's actually closer to afternoon, but whatever. Hi, my name is Gina. Welcome back to my channel. And oh my gosh, y'all, I'm in a book slump. I know, I thought I got out of a book slump at the beginning of July, but now it's the beginning of August and I'm back in a book slump. So it's so frustrating because all I want to do. Okay, let me phrase that. I would like to read. That's what I want to spend this month doing, but there's nothing that sounds interesting for me to read. I actually checked out a whole bunch of library books the other week, and I was really pumped about them when I was getting them. And then I got them to the house, and I even put a bookmark in one. And since then, guys, I haven't started them. It's been a week. I think maybe a week and a half. I think a week. And I'm just, I don't know. I am in the middle of one book, or 75% of the way done, that I've been reading on for 4 weeks. It feels like, but I don't know. But let me show y'all what I checked out. Okay, as you see here, I have quite a stack of books, and I technically could read all of these in a month, but I won't. I won't be able to. I'm such a big mood reader, and that's why I might not read any of these in a month. I'm gonna try, but we'll see. So I got Of Monsters and Mainframes. This is a sci-fi horror, I want to say, pulp horror and classic sci-fi. And it just sounds so intriguing. It's a whole bunch of monsters trying to fight Dracula while in space. So I think that would be pretty cool. And then there's this one, Record of a Night to Breathe by Hiromi Awakami. And it's really short, as you can see here. I don't even think it's 200 pages. No, it's 160. And I've been into reading a lot of Asian literature over the summer, particularly Japanese literature. And this one is short stories by the same author. In these haunting lyrical stories, 3 young women experience loss, loneliness, and unusual romance. So I wanted to check it out. Also, the cover looks really unique, so there's that. And I'm gonna go in order. The Salt Crows Heavy by Cassandra Call. This is a short story. It's not the retelling of The Little Mermaid, but it's a touch of fairy tale along with some horror elements in it. I don't want to say it's actually horror, but it's pretty short and also less than 200 pages. So I figured I could get through these. But I don't know. It's just it's really hard. Okay, this is a manga that I checked out. It's, I want to say, Magie Lumiere, Magical Girls Inc. I discovered that it is actually on my Viz app that I have that I could read, or it's on Shonen. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's on one of the apps that I could read. But I might try to read this copy in person, a physical copy, I mean. And then get to the other volumes or stuff, whatever, later. I think it's starting a career as a magical girl, but I'm not sure if the main character herself wants to start a career. Nope. She is going to be the newest magical girl, but we'll see. I think this is actually the main character, I want to say, probably. I think it'll be funny. And then there's A Forgery of Fate by Elizabeth Lim. They got this It's a pretty one. This came out in July, I want to say, and I was really happy to get my hands on it. Here's the back of it. A girl who paints the future, a cursed dragon lord bound by love and deception, and they will bring down the gods. I think it would be pretty good. It's a YA, so in theory, yeah, you can still tell it's new. In theory, it'll be a quicker read, because YA tends to read a little quicker than like some adult fiction, so that was one I wanted to check out. Like, as soon as I saw that it was coming out, I wanted to read it. Do I remember what it's about? Not particularly anymore, but that's with most things. I tend to forget all the stuff. And this is Hayo the Hellmaker by Mina Ikamoto Ghosh. I want to say, I could be wrong. It's an illustrated novel, so there's like illustrations in here. And I thought it was just really cool. It's pretty thick, but it's also YA. The font size is pretty big, and the space lines are pretty it's spaced out. The lines between the sentences are pretty spaced out. I think this may have also came out this year, but I'd never heard of it until I was, like looking through the stuff. It came out last year, but I think the library that I checked it out from got it this year. So that was a book option. Then there's The Tangleroot Palace by Marjorie Liu, or it may just be Liu, but I think it's Liu. Anyways, I read some of her comic Monstrous, and I really like that. This is not a comic, this is short stories by this author, gathered into a collection here. I thought it would be a nice chance to get a little bit more understanding of like her writing, because I really like Monstrous, but like I said, that's a comic and this is short stories. So I wanted to read short stories because I tend to actually write and complete short stories. I am working on a book, but the things that I have completed so far are short stories that I'm trying to get published at this time, but that's besides the point. We're going over books right now. Got sidetracked a little bit. And then Assistant to the Villain. This is pretty popular. My cousin has read it, and I also wanted to read it. I think technically it's like a romance, but it's like an assistant. She gets to work with the villain, and hence Assistant to the Villain, and you kind of just like follow that story. It sounds good. I'm like for villains. Like, some of my favorite characters in superhero comics tend to be villains, so I thought this would be something pretty cool to read myself. But let's be honest, I'm probably not going to get to it. And I have a Haruki Murakami book, The City and Its Uncertain Walls. So this is his newest book. I technically read like 10 pages. I think I took the bookmark out of it. Yeah. I read 10 pages of it, and so far it was good. It wasn't fast-paced. I think a lot of the stuff that I've read by him, which I don't think I've actually I completed maybe 2 of his books, they take a minute before they become really fast-paced. So it's gripping, but not to the point where you're like, oh, this will get me out of my book slump right away. So that's why, like, I read 10 pages of it, but I wasn't hooked. It was so interesting, but I just wasn't hooked. So I don't think I can get to that. I might. And then there's Graveyard Shift by ML Rio. Also short. I think it's just a short story. And I think technically it's like a story within a story. Like, this was part of something else. Graveyard Shift is a modern gothic tale in If We Were Villains by author her style. So I'm curious about it, but I'm not sure if I'll get to it. This is new. This came out not too long ago. The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. I'm trying really hard to start reading more. Oh my gosh. I've already forgot what it's called. Romantasy. Because this one sounds pretty interesting. It's like, you know, he's the villain, she's like a healer, and he needs help. And like it says on the front, the best love stories begin with hate at first sight. I don't necessarily think that's true, but it is interesting. This is, I want to say a duology, and this is just book 1. Yeah, it says it right there. And there's a glossary in here. There's content notes. There's a map. You know, gotta love a good map. So that's how you know it's fantasy. And just the title of the chapter was gripping. But honestly, it just, I don't know. Like, I just haven't found the thing that will truly get me out of the book slump. Because the title was gripping, however, I just didn't feel like reading it. And this one in particular has been here for like 3 weeks, but most of the other books have only been here for like a week. But we shall see. And then the last one that also came out recently is Night and the Moth. And this is also, I think, a romantasy. And yeah, okay, so it's a gothic miscloaked tale of a young prophetess who is forced on an impossible quest with the one knight whose future she cannot see. I'm all about, okay, like I said, I love villains, but I also love like prophets and prophecies. Sorry. I love prophets and prophecies. So it's one of those things that it just sounded like I would be really obsessed with it, but once again, it's not something that I am in the mood to read. So I really hate being such a mood reader. Like, it's great when you're not in a book slump and you just like going through books, but when you are in a book slump, like, it sucks. It sucks. Anyway, so let me show you what I am reading. Sorry for all the noise. There's a ceiling fan going, and I have the dryer running, washing clothes. So, okay, so the book that I am reading right now is If Cats Disappeared from the World by Genki Kawamura. I'm 75% of the way done with it, and it's good. It's just, like, when I started it, it's like, oh wow, you know, I was really gripped by it, but then the book slump really hit hard, and now I'm just like struggling to get through it. I have like 40 pages left, so maybe I can finish this tonight. I don't know. So it's about this main character. He's 30, I want to say, and right at the beginning he finds out that he has brain cancer and doesn't have that much longer to live. And I mean, like, the doctor's like maybe a week. So he goes home and he passes out right when he gets into the door, and when he wakes up he looks at someone who looks exactly like him, and it turns out that it's the devil. And the devil is here to make an offer, and the offer is your life can get extended another day each time you decide on something to disappear from the world. I will say the first choice is not cats, but the main character does have a cat, so I have a feeling that the cats may be something that gets chosen to disappear because, like, it's the devil. And the devil kind of makes up the rules as it goes. So I'm pretty curious about how it's going to end. Well, I'm pretty sure I know how it's end. Like, the character's probably gonna die, but I wonder, like, what all the character's gonna go through and choose to disappear. And let me say, I have 40 pages left, so I don't have that much left in it. And it's a short book. It's less than 200 pages. I think it's less than 175. But it's a short book, and I hope to finish it. If not tonight, then this week. I don't want to put pressure on myself and say tomorrow. I'm just going to say it hopefully this week. So that's the plan. For now, I'm just going to go about my day, and maybe I'll pick up this book. Maybe I'll finish the audiobook I'm listening to, because I'm listening to an audiobook as well, and I'm like 90% of the way done. And it's also good. It's just so difficult for me to just listen to it. I'm listening to it before the coffee gets cold, and it's pretty good. Like, I would recommend it so far, but I'm struggling trying to get through the end. And it's not the book, it's me. I'm the issue. So I'm just, yeah, I don't know. I'm struggling. But for now, I'm just gonna go about my day, and when I read, I'll read. And I'll update y'all throughout today. Yeah. Finished the book, If Cats Disappeared from the World by Genki Kawamura, and it was good. It honestly had 5-star potential, but I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5. I'm not sure if the rating is affected by being in a book slump or not. I definitely don't think I got out of the book slump from it, but it definitely was a good book. It's a short book. I do recommend reading it. It makes you think a lot, and it's a little sad. There was a moment that I was reading it in a doctor's office, and I almost cried, so I stopped reading it. Anyways, I'm tired and sleepy, so I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.